All right, so we're back. Another video, Tuesday. Let's go ahead and see what we're going to be making today. We're going to be making something along these lines. All right, we're going to try to recreate this as best we can. I just made this one a little while ago, but I'm going to see what we can create from there. All right, so let's go ahead and go straight into Illustrator. First things first, we need to create a background, right? So let's make sure that our background is set. I'm going to set mine to just black here just so I can see what I'm doing. I'm going to take my rectangle tool, create my square. All right, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit my gradient, right, because I want to give this a gradient look. Then I'm going to do a circle gradient or a radial gradient. All right, I'm going to go with something like a dark purple. I'm going to go with something with a little bit lighter, kind of pink there. I'm just going to adjust mine here just a little bit. Okay. All right. I'm going to go to effects just to kind of give you some idea here. I'm going to go to grain. Just give it this nice grain intensity. We can lower it down just a little bit. Go maybe 25. I'm at 24. That's good for me. Okay. So now I'm going to show you a new shortcut, right? To lock our specific selection, right? To lock this, usually we would just go here and click that, right? That's cool. It's fine. But if you want to hit Control 2, right, that'll also lock the layer just to give you another shortcut idea. All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take our star tool. Okay. And my star is going to start off a little bit different. My star is going to start off with a bunch of points. But while you hold down your mouse, right, and so you can kind of click and drag the size of your star here, if you press the up and down arrows on your keyboard, right, you go up. Obviously, it's going to give more points. You go down, it's going to give less points. We're going to go up to, let's go about 10. So we're at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. All right. Then what I need to do is I need to create a gradient. Right? I can also adjust the size of my star here. So I'll go something maybe like this. And I can also adjust how long these are, right? Also how many points. Okay, all that fun stuff, right? How round I want it to be. Again, there's a lot of functions that you can play with there, right? But anyway, we're going to go to our gradient again. And we're going to add some points here. Okay, so I want you to have a total of, 5 points? Okay, now obviously your gradient on top should be a little bit brighter than your gradient there, right? So let's go something like this. And I'm going to make sure that this is a linear gradient, not a radial gradient. Okay, and then you can play with these if you need to, just to kind of make sure that your star has all the functions that you're looking for, or all the colors that you're looking for here. Okay, something maybe like that. There. Okay, so there's my star. I'm going to hold Alt, right, and create a copy. Okay, then we're going to select both. We're going to go to Object. We're going to go to Blend Options. Today we're going to go to specific distance. We're going to go about 3 points here. And then we're going to go to Option, Object, Blend, Make, right, or Control Alt B to create our blend option here, right? Also, make sure that you don't have a stroke on these, right? Because if you do have a stroke, it's going to end up messing it up. So make sure that you don't have a stroke. Once you don't have a stroke, you are good. Okay. I am going to also, for this part, make sure that your trim view is off, right? Because I'm going to drag this up here just so it's out of the way. And I am going to then select my pencil tool, and I'm going to create this wave pattern design, right? So let's go ahead and do something like this. All right. Very simple. I'm going to take this. I'm going to select my spine that I've created, blend, replace spine, bam, get this nice little effect. Okay, now I can take this and kind of move it if I need to. Maybe I don't like kind of where this ended up. Okay, I kind of really don't like where that ended up, so I'm just kind of going to adjust this a little bit. And you don't have to do this part. This is just me being a little bit picky. Okay. All right. Again, me being picky, I'm going to take my smooth tool. I'm going to kind of smooth this out a little bit. Okay. All right. So now we've got our object here. Okay. What we're going to do then is we're going to go to Effect. We're going to go to Distort and Transform, Pucker and Bloat. Okay. We're going to go to the pucker side, right? Make sure that your preview is on so that you can see what you're doing here. And we're going to start at maybe about 75. See what that looks like. Maybe a little bit less. You can play around with this. The size of it can be any size that you think that you need. But it should kind of give you this nice, crazy, little wavy form. All right, I'm going to probably go about 65 for mine, maybe 71. Well, you know what? Let's do it. Let's go to 67. Hit OK. I'm going to zoom out of my project just to kind of look at what I have here. And if you're satisfied, good. I am not satisfied. So I'm going to go ahead and readjust here. I'm going to move that again. I'm going to take my pencil tool. Okay. I'm going to go very simple with my line. Oh. Object. Blend. Replace spine. Effect. Pucker and bloat. Let's go with it again. As you can see, it's not as big here, right? So maybe I go a little bit bigger. And I hit OK. And I go to View, Trim, and now I have this nice, fascinating background here that we will be submitting. All right, File, Export as, right, using your artboard. Let's go ahead and name this Pucker. Blend and your name. Hit OK. All right. And that is what you will be submitting for today. If you have any questions, let me know. It should be fairly simple, but have a good day. We'll talk to you guys in class.